General Motors just issued a massive recall for nearly 600,000 vehicles because their engines are literally self-destructing. We're talking connecting rods snapping, crankshafts shattering, and high-tech V8s seizing at 70 miles per hour on the highway. And GM isn't alone. Across the luxury SUV market, some of the most expensive machines on the road have become rolling money pit, losing 60%, 70%, even 75% of their value in just a couple of years. Not because the leather is wearing out, but because the engines are fundamentally disposable. Today, we are exposing the 7 luxury SUVs that have become completely worthless in 2026. Number 7. The GM Big 3. If you've got $110,000 burning a hole in your pocket and you're looking for a way to get stranded in the fast lane, look no further than the GM full-size trio. In 2026, the L87 6.2-liter V8 has officially earned its place in the Hall of Shame. For decades, the small-block Chevy was the gold standard for reliability. But something went catastrophically wrong in the manufacturing plants between 2021 and 2025, and we are seeing the fallout now. Here's the mechanical reality. GM has been battling a machining debris crisis that sounds like a horror movie for engine bearings. During the production of these blocks, metal shavings were left inside the oil galleries. When you dry, the oil picks up these tiny shards of steel and pumps them directly into your main bearings and connecting rod journals. It's essentially like sandblasting the inside of your engine while it's running at 3,000 RPM. The result? The bearings overheat, the metal expands, and the crankshaft seizes. In extreme cases, the connecting rod snaps and punches a hole right through the side of the engine block. What's even more insulting is GM's fix. As of early 2026, the NHTSA has actually opened a new investigation because the original recall remedy, which was basically just putting in thicker 0W40 oil and a new fill cap, isn't working. Owners are reporting total engine failures just 5,000 miles after getting the fix. This thicker oil was meant to cushion the damaged bearings, but all it's really doing is killing your fuel economy and delaying the inevitable. You're paying 6 figures for a vehicle that might need a $20,000 engine replacement before its second birthday. Because of this, the used market for 6.2-liter Escalades has absolutely cratered. Nobody wants to touch a vehicle that's currently the subject of a federal investigation into whether its engine is a motive power safety hazard. Number 6. Maserati Levante. Now, if the Escalade is a mechanical tragedy, the Maserati Levante is a financial one. Often called the depreciation king, the Levante has officially crossed the threshold into worthless territory in 2026. If you bought one of these new, I hope you enjoyed that new car smell, because it just cost you about $2,500 per month in lost value. We are looking at a staggering 79% depreciation rate over 5 years. That means your $160,000 Trofeo is worth less than a well-equipped Honda CR-V by the time the warranty expires. The Levante was marketed as the SUV with a Ferrari soul, but that soul has been sold to the Stellantis parts bin. Underneath the Trident badge, you're dealing with an interior that borrows way too much from the Dodge and Chrysler catalog. In 2026, when your neighbor's Kia has a massive curved OLED screen and seamless AI integration, your Maserati is still rocking an infotainment system that looks like it belongs in a 2016 Durango. But the real nightmare starts when the soul of the car needs service. Maintenance on a Levante isn't just expensive, it's predatory. We're talking $1,500 for a 4-year service that is mostly just inspections and filters. Brake jobs? Expect to pay $3,000 to $4,000 because of the high-performance Brembo hardware that wears out faster than it should. By 2026, the market has finally realized that the Levante is essentially a high-maintenance fashion accessory that's gone out of style. The major repair probability for a Levante hitting 60,000 miles is nearly 30%, which is terrifying when you consider the cost of Italian parts. It's a status symbol that only tells the world you're great at spending money, but terrible at researching what's under the hood. If you're offered one for free, check the service history, because the next repair bill might still be more than the car is actually worth. Number 5. Range Rover L460 generation. If the Maserati is the depreciation king, the Range Rover is the undisputed sovereign of the restricted performance mode. For the current L460 generation, Land Rover made a deal with the devil, or more accurate, with BMW. They ditched their own supercharged V8s for BMW's 4.4-liter twin-turbo N63 and S63 V8. Now, on paper, this was a massive upgrade in power and refinement, but in the real world of 2026, it has imported a whole new catalog of German-engineered heartaches into the British flagship. The primary issue here is the Hot V turbocharger configuration. In this design, the turbos are nestled right in the valley of of the engine block. It's great for saving space, but it creates a literal oven under the hood. By 2026, we're seeing a massive wave of plastic component degradation. We're talking about cooling lines, thermostat housings, and water pump impellers that are essentially being slow-cooked every time you drive. Once that plastic becomes brittle, it cracks. If you're cruising at 70 miles per hour and a $20 plastic coolant pipe snaps, you lose your entire cooling system in seconds. Because these high-performance BMW engines run with such tight tolerances, by the time your dashboard actually tells you the engine is overheating, the damage is already done. You're looking at warped cylinder heads or a seized block, and a repair bill that can easily north of $30,000. Then there's the legendary and notoriously fragile air suspension. While it offers a cloud-like ride, by 2026, the sensors and airbags on the L460 are proving to be just as temperamental as their predecessors. It's not uncommon to walk out to your driveway and find your $150,000 SUV kneeling on one corner because a seal failed overnight. Between the catastrophic cooling risks and the inevitable electrical gremlins that haunt the infotainment and driver assist systems, the L460 is a mechanical nightmare disguised as a luxury lounge. It's a vehicle built for the first owner's 3-year lease. After that, it's a financial abyss that will swallow your savings whole. Number 4. Lexus LX600. This one actually hurts to talk about because Lexus was the last brand we all thought we could trust. But in 2026, the LX600 has become the ultimate case study in why you should never buy the first generation of a new powertrain. The culprit is the V35A FTS 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6. For years, the LX was famous for its unbreakable, naturally aspirated V8. When Lexus swapped it for this high-strung twin-turbo V6, they promised more efficiency and more torque. What they actually delivered was a massive, reputation-shattering recall. The issue is identical to what we saw in the GM engines: machining debris. During the manufacturing process at the plant, metal shavings were left inside the engine blocks. These shavings eventually find their way into the oil supply, where they clog up the galleries and chew through the crankshaft main bearings. In 2026, Lexus and Toyota have had to recall over 100,000 vehicles specifically for this issue. Owners are reporting engine knock, sudden loss of power, and total engine seizure, often with less than 20,000 miles on the odometer. For a brand that built its entire identity on buy-it-for-life reliability, this is a nuclear-level disaster. The LX600 was supposed to be the indestructible king of the desert, but now it's a vehicle that many buyers are terrified to take on a long road trip. This has caused the Lexus TAC, that rock-solid resale value, to evaporate overnight. Used LX600 prices are tanking because the market is fleeing back to the older V8-powered LX570 models. If you buy an LX600 in 2026, you aren't just buying a luxury SUV. You're buying a $100,000 gamble that your engine wasn't one of the ones contaminated with steel shards. Number 3. Jeep Grand Wagoneer. Jeep tried to punch way above its weight class with the Grand Wagoneer, slapping on a 6-figure price tag and more chrome than a 1950s diner. But underneath that American premium marketing, the Hurricane twin-turbo inline-6 engine is having a catastrophic debut. Jeep marketed this engine as a smoother, more powerful replacement for the Hemi V8. Instead, it's turned into a source of constant anxiety for owners. In 2026, the consumer reviews for the Grand Wagoneer are some of the most brutal in the industry. We're seeing a nearly 45% one-star rating on major consumer sites. The complaints are consistent and terrifying: rapid coolant temperature fluctuations, turbochargers leaking oil, and most notoriously, the vehicle completely shutting down while driving at highway speed. One owner reported their $110,000 Grand Wagoneer lighting up like a Christmas tree on the interstate, declaring every system failure before the car simply died in the fast lane. The issue is complexity. To make this i6 work, Stellantis had to pack the engine bay with an incredible amount of plumbing, 4 separate cooling and oil lines just for the turbos, plus an array of electronic wastegates that seem to fail if you look at them wrong. When you combine this high-strung engine tech with Jeep's historically glitchy electrical systems, you get a luxury SUV that spends more time in the service bay than on the road. By 2026, the Grand Wagoneer has become a pariah on the used market. It's a beautiful place to sit, for sure, but that's all you'll be doing while you wait for the flatbed to arrive. Number 2. Infiniti QX80. Infiniti finally gave the QX80 a ground-up redesign for 2025, and credit where it's due. It's a stunning vehicle. The autograph trim is a legitimate rival to the best from Germany in terms of interior materials and tech. They finally ditched the prehistoric V8 for a 450 horsepower twin-turbo V6 and added a massive 14.3-inch display. But here's the problem. They also hiked the price to over $112,000 for the top trims, putting it in direct competition with the Escalade and the Range Rover. The garbage part of the QX80 isn't necessarily the engineering, it's the math. In 2026, the QX80 remains one of the fastest depreciating assets in the automotive world. Historically, these vehicles hold only about 35% to 40% of their value after 5 years. When you pay $110,000 for a QX80, you are effectively lighting $65,000 on fire the second you sign the paperwork. The market simply does not view Infiniti as a $110,000 brand, and that reflects in the secondary market. Beyond the financial carnage, the QX80 is still a massive, heavy, body-on-frame beast that is incredibly expensive to maintain. While the new V6 is more efficient than the old V8, it still struggles to get more than 17 miles per gallon in the real world. In 2026, as gas prices fluctuate and the world moves toward electrification or more efficient hybrids, a thirsty, depreciation-heavy monster like the QX80 is a hard sell. You're essentially buying a Nissan Armada with better leather and a much higher interest rate. If you must have one, wait 3 years and buy it for 40 cents on the dollar. But even then, be prepared for the high cost of keeping all those biometric cooling sensors and electronic air suspension systems running. Number 1. BMW X7. If there was ever a vehicle that personified the phrase "looks like $1 million but costs $2 million to keep," it's the BMW X7. Specifically, the V8 models, like the M60i, are the high watermark for what I call the plastic engine era. In 2026, we are seeing a wave of these flagship SUVs hitting the used market with 50,000 to 60,000 miles, and they are mechanical landmines. The BMW X7 is arguably the most complex vehicle on this list, and in the world of high-end German engineering, complexity is the natural enemy of your bank account. The core of the problem is the N63 and S63 Hot V engine architecture. By tucking the massive turbochargers into the valley of the V8 engine, BMW's engineers saved space and reduced turbo lag, but they created a thermal nightmare that simply cannot be tamed. In 2026, we're seeing heat soak issues that are literally melting the engine from the inside out. The area between the cylinder banks gets so incredibly hot that it essentially slow cooks every plastic and rubber component in the engine bay. By the time an X7 hits its 4th or 5th birthday, the plastic cooling hoses, the thermostat housings, and even the plastic timing chain guides have become as brittle as a potato chip. I've seen X7s in my shop where a single $20 plastic fitting snaps while the owner is cruising at 70 miles per hour. It dumps the entire coolant reserve in seconds, and because these engines run with such razor-thin tolerances, the block is toasted before the driver can even merge onto the shoulder. We're talking warped cylinder heads, scorched main bearings, and a bill for a crate engine replacement that, in 2026, is north of $32,000 once you factor in labor. Beyond the cooling disaster, you're also looking at high-pressure fuel pump failures that leave the car stumbling or dead in traffic, and valve stem seals that wear out prematurely, leading to the X7 smoking like an old chimney at stoplights. The resale value reflects this fear. The X7 loses a staggering 63% of its value in the first 5 years, making it one of the most expensive ways to lose money on 4 wheels. The reality of the 2026 luxury market is harsh, and it's a far cry from the buy-it-for-life reputation of the 90s and early 2000s. The era of buying a high-end SUV and expecting it to last 200,000 miles with just oil changes is officially dead and buried. These 7 vehicles, from the debris-filled GM V8s to the plastic-laden BMW X7s, are engineered for a 3-year lease cycle and not a single mile longer. They are masterpieces of marketing and leather-wrapped comfort, but underneath the surface, they are fundamentally disposable assets. When you see these cars on the road, don't be fooled by the massive touchscreens, the 30-speaker sound systems, or the prestige of the badge. What you're actually looking at is a collection of high-stress components that were never designed to survive their second owner. In 2026, luxury has become synonymous with complexity, and complexity is just another word for unreliable. If you're in the market for a high-end hauler this year, my advice is simple. Don't let the ventilated seats and the 40-inch curved displays distract you from the mechanical reality hiding under the hood. Check the VINs for machining debris recalls. Dive deep into the depreciation curves, and for the love of your financial future, never own one of these without a factory bumper-to-bumper warranty. If the manufacturer isn't willing to bet on the car lasting more than 50,000 miles, why should you? Because at the end of the day, if it has a self-destructing engine and a six-figure price tag that vanishes into thin air, it's not a luxury, it's just garbage with leather seats. Do your research, keep your eyes open, and stay away from the rolling money pits. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.